Alright, so this is just a quick little overview video of the notes that we did in class. So the characteristics of life looking at that STERNGRR kind of acronym and all of those things that identify what a living thing actually is. So we've got our 6 characteristics of living things, and we're going to start to look at the organization of living organisms. So when we do this, we think of a pyramid structure. We think of going from our most basic things, so our atoms, our elements, all of those like little things that make us up, our oxygen, our hydrogen, our carbon. Then we start to combine all of those into molecules, and molecules are our next step up before we start to get to where those actual life processes start. And that's where we get our cells. Remember that cells are the smallest unit of living things. Lots of cells together, so groups of cells are going to end up making us groups of tissues. Tissues make organs. Organs build organ systems, and organ systems build organisms. Our first characteristic of living things, when we start to look at, we're going to look at all of these different kind of roots. So synthesis to make, transport to move, nutrition is food, respiration to make energy. And all of these are going to kind of revolve around this energy use and metabolism. All living things use energy. So plants use energy. They use that light from the sun to synthesize, make food, photosynthesis. Our body transports things through our body system, through the movement of blood cells. Our veins, our arteries, our capillaries are going to start to transport oxygen and nutrients to our body cells and transport waste and other gases away from the cells. Nutrition is needed by living organisms so that it can be broken down and used through respiration. And respiration is that process which a living organism uses to break down food and then therefore produce energy. We've also got the characteristics of reproduction and growth and development. So reproduction just to make more of a certain individual, and growth and development to get bigger and change. You didn't start out the same size as you are now. So we start as babies, we get bigger, we get bigger, we get bigger, leading up to the reproduction time where we go to make more individuals. So reproduction, you can see with our aquatic plant that it is when individuals are reproduced, and this is an example of asexual reproduction, and it is through budding. Then with growth, of course, we are getting larger, we're developing, we're changing. Another characteristic of living things is response to stimuli. So this is part of the part regulation. So we are adjusting to changes. If you touch a hot plate, you're going to kind of jump back. When you go out to the cold, your body's going to shiver. So we are regulating, we're adjusting to the environment. We also are getting rid of waste. So when our body starts to transport the oxygen to our cells, bring the waste back, then we've got to do something with that waste. So then we're excreting it, we're getting rid of it. So regulation includes responding to stimuli and making adjustments to help maintain homeostasis. And homeostasis is just that little, you can think of it as Baby Bear and Goldilocks and the Three Bears. So it's just right. That's exactly what the body wants to be like. Excretion is also another example of that is sweating. So getting rid of the excess salt, excess water as you start to exercise.